Hey everyone, Lord Brimstone here,
And I'm here again.
and we're still playing East. This is the well. You're probably wondering why we're down here. The reason being it's actually a lot easier to get where we need to go since I had the permit. It's actually a lot quicker just to go to Ramia Village via the warp magic and just start from here, believe it or not. But in the meantime, let's have some fun. Whoa! Yeah. I pointed that out because last time, if you remember, Turbo version, Gort would not make... He thought that you know, he never really noticed that you were a monster. You know, he just talked to you normal. I just want to show, in this one, he does have a reaction this time.
And, it's kind of weird that he can see right through it, but absolutely none of the demons can.
Well, they're not particularly bright. They, you know, it's like... Well, no, I mean, okay, some are brighter than others. Some do have, like, their bouts of, like, brilliance that are, of course, not appreciated because they're low in on the totem pole and no one pays attention. But yeah, that's just RPG logic. And thank goodness there's no, Gerudo officers coming. It's like, you think you can fool me with that disguise? So we need to go to Gemma. If you remember correctly, there was a big gate over there, and that's actually where we need to go now that we have the permit. And speaking of which, here's the permit. Yeah, it's a lot more creepier and more monster-like as opposed to the turbo version of the permit, which was the Crest of East upside down.
Halt, stranger, show your eye of Sauron.
Thank you, Van Payne. You still have a pretty awesome name. Seriously, that sounds like a bot. Whoa, hello. Yeah, neat. El Undes. Yeah. Or in death. And there's a reference to, yes, some say that Adol's hair is red because it's covered in the blood of his enemies.
I'm a little bit surprised that he would say he heard that from someone Adol almost killed, because we're really not almost killing anybody.
Very true. Well, there was that one guy in Burn Bless I think I didn't actually kill. And yeah, this area seems to have some of the more intelligent monsters. What's weird is, note that those things are those pillars. And yeah, apparently Lady Sava loves to hear her own voice. Like any good bureaucrat. Well, but yeah, those look like the statues that, you know, had the booby traps back in East 1. So, kind of weird they're actual enemy here. And yeah, we have to kill these guys before we can actually find out what's going on. But yeah, they're pretty tough if you can't tell.
They hurt.
Damn gold dark nuts. Oh well, I've healed up, so let's go ahead and figure out what's going on. And equip our telepathy magic, quote unquote. And the Earrings of Whispers, because we're going to need both of those. Voices can be heard from the inside. And somehow we can magically see what's going on inside. And oh my god, chairs. Oh dear. Where was the temple guards? Must have had a pendant of life. And yes, in this version, Zaba does speak. Tierra.
Del Fuego.
And unlike the turbo version, you actually have to know that. It will come up. I like how they gave the monsters sitting animations.
Good point.
And yeah, so even if they want to escape, blah blah blah. This is basically, if you forgot the identification code, it's marked in blue for us so we can read. Kind of weird considering usually like the important stuff in JRPGs is highlighted in red. But maybe they wanted the, you know, not detract from Adol's shiny red hair. Okily dokily do. Master Dulles. We haven't met him yet. But oh, we will. Think you know who I speak.
Oh, that dick.
Yeah. Yeah, he is a complete douchebag.
I've still never forgiven him for the booger incident.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that point eventually. Yes, the booger incident. Oh my goodness. And it wasn't even just a booger, it turned you into a booger. It left you with part of, you know, Adol's red hair as a top knot. I mean, to add insult to injury. So now we need to go all the way to the east, not east, west. And there's another locked door I can't get to. I'll try to remember that for later, but don't, you know, count on it. I'm tending to use the telepathy magic a lot because I don't want to get into a lot of, you know, monster battles where right now they can seriously damage me. You know, not until I know where the hell I'm going, at least.
Quite understandable.
Yeah. But that one door will be important for later. You might notice we could see some water on the other side, so just throwing that out there. Sorry about the spoiler.
Well, let's see. How many decades old is it at this point?
Yeah. Spoiler, where we need to go to next, eventually, it will be through that door.
Yes, and Rosebud was his sled.
Yes. And Snape killed Dumbledore. Yeah. And, we're back. Also, Norman Bates was the murderer.
Gasp.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know why we're doing this again. Oh yeah, that's right. We were trying to pass the time while I'm horribly lost. That's right. Well, I'm not horribly lost. I was just looking for things. And we get the Ring of Peace. Love and Peace? We're just drowning this calm green gem. Basically, I believe it restores our MP or actually decreases MP consumption.
Yeah, so it cuts it in half there, apparently.
Yeah. So pretty much it's like the little imp from Zelda, Link to the Past, that, you know, allows you to cut your MP consumption. But you have to wear the ring in order to do it. quite...
Yes. Suppose
Go
you
ahead,
got nothing
sorry.
better to equip.
Yeah. Well, it's very useful when you turn yourself into a Roo. Yeah. But alas, the Ring of Peace does not have the peace sign on it, or, you know, doves on it. Now, speaking of peace, have you looked at the HD collection for Metal Gear Solid? I think they had 2, 3, and Peace Walker on it.
I have the HD collection. I have not played it yet, but I did play through Peace Walker on the PSP.
What I find kind of strange is Portable Ops isn't on that HD collection, and it's kind of important for explaining some of the stuff that's happening in Peace Walker.
A little.
Let's see here. Starting to make my way back to where I need to go. I'm making actual progress. Shock and horror. Oh, never mind. I'm in a blank room. Order has been restored.
All is right with the world.
Yes. And these monsters still hit like a ton of bricks. One thing about East is when you're not at the right levels, when you're not like at just the right levels, or your equipment is, it's like monsters will just do like a crap ton of damage, but as soon as you get to a certain point, like the damage they do just drops exponentially.
Yep, as always, this is one of those games where a single level can make a surprising amount of difference.
Yeah. Yep. Magic levels. Always wonder how the mathematics work for that.
Well, I'm sure somewhere has got a detailed algorithm for it.
Yeah, and too much free time. Or no life, one of the two.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah. More whiz robes. Yeah, this place seems to be crawling with whiz robes, trolls, dark nuts, floating legion pillars, the whole 9 yards. Oh yeah, and death. We can't forget about death.
Yeah, death is fairly notable.
Yeah. Apparently Death is unionized and has Little Deaths now doing his job. Well, actually, they kind of did that in Discworld series, but I don't think they showed very many of Death's subordinates. So, I'm going to go ahead and save here. And actually, I'm going to call it here, so next time we'll actually go to the west side. So until then, this is Brimstone.
And this remains on.
Yep, and we'll see you guys then.